We didn't plan to start a culinary program at the Micah Project. We had no idea how such a program would truly transform lives. So yeah, we'd started an initiative called Micah Works several years ago to prepare street-connected youth and job readiness, but a culinary program was just not on our radar. Until the COVID pandemic changed everything, that is. Our grad Arlie Martinez had studied the culinary arts after high school, and when he graduated in 2019, he was hired on as a chef on a cruise line out of Barcelona, Spain. Arlie loved his job on the cruise ship. 2020 rolled around though, the pandemic happened and those cruise ships got shut down. Arlie flew back to Honduras, unsure of his next steps. At that time, Micah's long-serving and beloved cook Aida decided to retire after 20 years heading up our kitchen. We decided to let Arlie take over the kitchen of the Micah house in March of 2020. A couple of days later, he invited our grad Julio to join him. In the weeks to come, he would invite other Micah grads who had lost their opportunities due to COVID as well to join him in the kitchen. Arlie was starting a culinary school at the Micah house without us even knowing it. Well, the younger guys in the Micah house saw something really amazing happening in our kitchen, and they wanted in. Our first group of grads began to teach them a couple of days a week. Our culinary program was fully launched, and boy, did it explode.
Vamos a ver, Mario, ¿qué va a hacer ahorita?
Arroz chino.
Mario is going to do fried rice. José David, ¿qué está preparando?
Un pastel de 3 leches.
Oh, 3 leches cake. That sounds good. With Julio over there. Anything you're doing tacos? Tacos mexicanos? Good.
Apart from Chef Arlie, Julio also became a popular culinary instructor to our younger guys throughout 2020 and 2021. He was a really popular teacher and always inspired the guys to never give up despite hard times or struggles.
¿Qué ingredientes están usando?
Estamos usando maseca, achote.
No, harina.
Harina, achote, paprika, confle, huevo. Y las alitas.
Van a freír.
Thanks to Julio, that stop giving up mentality started to spread throughout the Micah house. Just listen to these inspiring words he wrote to Oliver on the back of a painting that he dedicated to this young Micah boy.
Soy una gran persona, muy alegre, esas energías no paran, soy alguien diferente, como las estrellas, unas grandes, a un diferente brillo y color, pero todas forman parte de una galaxia, tan hermosa así como nos hace parte y brilla entre medio de esta gran familia. Con amor, Julio.
In January of 2022, our beloved Julio passed away in a tragic motor vehicle accident. The night before his accident, he knocked on the door of my cabin and gave me this painting he had just completed from Psalm 27. The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? Losing Julio was devastating to his brothers in our culinary program and the entire Micah family, but we were determined to honor his memory and the huge legacy he left at Micah. While our program would come to be known as Micah Cooks, the buildings itself would come to be known as the Julio Cesar Culinary School.
You can see why.
At that time, we expanded our initial space, which we had outgrown. We took over Micah's laundry room and doubled the space of our kitchen. Thanks to generous donors who funded that project, we were able to buy some new equipment as well. The program continued to flourish. The Micah boys were inspired beyond just learning how to cook. They learned how powerful it is to create something beautiful, a recipe that turns out to be a work of art, and to share that with others just to see the joy on their faces. The boys, many of whom spent a childhood full of rejection, now learned that they had the power to make others happy. What an amazing lesson. Chef Arlie continued to dream big. He began to sketch out a plan for a fully equipped culinary training center. In late 2023, thanks to some designated gifts from generous friends and donors, we broke ground on that new building. This new space will equip young men and women for every level of culinary training. It will train young men coming right off the streets to become competent professionals in the culinary industry. And for those that have the desire, they can learn to become master chefs, competent to work at the highest levels of the culinary world. This training center will transform lives for years to come. The fruit of our Micah Cooks program and our Julio Cesar Culinary School is already evident. Several of our young men are working in the culinary industry in Tegucigalpa and are absolutely flourishing. Mario, who moved into the Micah house in 2020, is one such success story. He graduated from high school in 2023 and thanks to our Micah Cooks program was accepted into one of the best culinary schools in the world, Le Cordon Bleu in Lima, Peru. Stay tuned because we are just getting started. In a country like Honduras where 70% of 19 through 24-year-olds are unemployed, Micah Cooks will be a powerful tool for many years to come to help our young men and many other youth find freedom, family, and a future in Christ.